part of the production because of the lack of capacity. But there's also the argument that we have it here. We just have to isolate it and work on it. But one of the previous band representatives mentioned that in producing the mask and in inviting the young creative talent, that they're looking for a little bit more. It's not just about being able to draw pretty pictures. Is that the same with you? Are you looking for more than just someone who can design?
It is the same with us. It's, you have to understand the mask. There are lots of logistics that goes into making a carnival costume. It has to be wearable. It has to take some jumping on the road. Right. No, not full, but it has to be light. So there are lots of different, things that is a real specialized field. So we have to look at people who are really, really interested and passionate about carnival. That love has to be there as well. Not just be able to draw or design. You have to have that love for carnival to truly represent the mass. So we are looking at people with different types of skills, and I do think that there should be some sort of national program to encourage people to get into mass production. It's a very lucrative field, actually, considering the limited supplies that we have, and there's a lot of room for improvement and expansion in the industry.
So how do you go about recruiting? Is it an active recruitment drive, or do you simply wait for people to, because I imagine there'll be a number of people who simply come knocking at your door.
That's correct. I mean, for instance, we do have a young designer with us. He would have designed the costume that is coming up on stage called Olmec. His name is Ryan Chan, and he started his own little line of jewelry, and we went into a store and we saw his jewelry and his original designs, and we asked him, would you like to design a section? Let's see, and he loves carnival. He plays with spice, so he's actually a former masquerader himself, and we encourage him, design a section, let's see what it looks like, and it's actually on stage right now. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Right. But thank you for that, Giselle. We're going to cut across the pond again.
We're back on CTV Inside Spice. What's your name?
Jamaica.
And your name? You enjoying carnival?
I am.
What do you like for road march? What do you like for road march?
Great. It's great. It's great.
What's the best part about carnival for you?
The costume.
Let's say you hello to somebody at home. Say hello to somebody on CTV. Let's take a jump for the people at home.
From one of your younger designers.
That's a very young designer. He's 24 years old. He has his own jewelry and he's very up and coming, very, very fresh. And this is actually his section was the first section to sell out in Spice, so that's to tell you the amount of creativity. And he is a past masquerader. It was someone who was involved with us. We saw him, we saw his designs, and we asked him to get involved. So that recruitment is a little bit difficult. You have to see what people are able to do.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, when we do see something and we think, this is someone we can encourage to get involved in mass, that's what we do.
So once the relationship works, there's a future.
That's correct. That is correct.
So this section that's moving off stage now, preparing for the next one down the line. Could you share a bit about that one?
Okay, so this one is Olmec. Right next we have Sauce coming up. Sauce is also one of the new world. The cluster is in the actual, which means it's in the present.
Right.
A lot of tribes actually do look like this, and the color purple means royalty in this tribe, so that's why we use the color. So it's really, really representative of the Sassy tribe.
So you're not following the judging route this year. So where do you proceed next?
Well, masqueraders do like to cross the stage, and they don't like the actual judging of themselves, but they like the stage. So we are going to follow the NCBA route,
right,
as much as possible. But we want that flexibility to veer off if there are long lines at the judging point. Some bands last year waited almost 6 hours to cross the stage. We want that flexibility. So that's why we're having the fun, but we're still going to be crossing the stage.
Excellent. It's good to hear you say that you're going to be complying with the rules, because we know another big band got in a bit of trouble today, and we wouldn't want that to happen to you. We don't want anything to spoil your fun. There's been a great presentation so far.
Thank you very much.
So we are looking at Spice, the new world, and we're having a chat with Rizal Ramjan, Public Relations Officer for this band, and they have really, really grown over the last 4 years, starting with 800 masqueraders and graduating to 2,000. And I'm going to ask the question again because it's good to keep this running tally. Who's your choice for Road March?
Well, actually, our masqueraders have been asking for Marshall Pump Your Flag, and Marshall did a nice remix for Spice, so the masqueraders love that. Spice, pump your flag. You know, they love it. So that's what they've been hyping themselves for. So our pick is definitely Marshall is there.
Okay, good to go with that.
So we think we may do a triple monarch, right? Soca, Ruby Soca, International, Power Soca, and maybe even Road March.
We'll see what happens. And just remind us, these characters in yellow and black, are they actual masqueraders or are they part of your security team?
They are part of security team. They are called the Extraction Crew.
Oh, excuse me. I like that word.
They take their job very, very seriously, and as their name suggests, they're responsible for extracting non-masqueraders from the bands.
And you see how Carnival spawns creativity, an extraction crew. That's very militaristic.
They also have lots of fun. You can actually see them when they're blocking the sections, taking their job as well. So
that's the thing, because I was a little confused. These guys all seem to be so disciplined, and they're jumping in time. They're literally following instructions that's coming from within. And I was a little bit confused as to whether they were part of the band or just the security detail for the band. But as you've clarified,
they are security detail, but they're still part of the band. Spice is a very fun band, and we have very, very serious security, but we do encourage them to enjoy the carnival. It is a national festival, so we want everybody to have a good time.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to cut over to Paul. You do that for us today.
Great.
We're on CTV inside Spice with two Canadian ladies. Hello, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Robin.
And what's your name?
Jana.
What part of Canada are you from?
Canada.
What part of Canada?
Oh, Edmonton.
And is it your first carnival?
No, it's third.
You enjoying yourself?
Absolutely.
What do you like about Trinidad Carnival the most? What do you like about Trinidad Carnival the most?
This.
Dance for people back home. Say hello.
You have two of your masqueraders from foreign, as we like to say, from, I think, she said Edmonton, Canada, and another one as well. And what is the, clearly you've grown, what kind of repeat business have you had from your masqueraders?
To be honest, I think we do have 100% repeats every year with the additional masqueraders, new masqueraders. We have loyal, what we call spice-caraders.
Right.
We call them spice-caraders, and they come back every year, familiar faces. Spices is, because we're one of the smaller large bands, we have a family vibe and a family atmosphere, and we know a lot of our masqueraders by their first name, and they know us very well too. We actually do have a large foreign contingent, a lot of local diaspora that come back to Trinidad and Tobago to play mas. So we do have, a lot of them who tell their friends and who tell their friends, which is actually why we've grown, because we've managed to maintain a really good reputation in the industry. So.
Well, clearly, because to go from 800 to 2,000 in just 4 years, when you know that there are so many more options available, I think that's just really commendable.
There are a lot of new bands on the scene, and we've managed to maintain and grow. So we're actually very, very proud of that. It's something that was of a little concern to us, but when we started our registration in July 2011 for Carnival 2012, and we saw everybody coming back, we knew that there was no need to worry anymore.
And then we're looking at maintaining the size of the band.
We are maintaining.
Really don't want to go much larger than this.
We do not want to grow. Our actual final figure is 2,500.
Right.
We do not want to be any larger than 2,500 at any point in time. We think it's good to maintain a nice, small, intimate band where the masqueraders have room, where we are able to represent several different things at once without having huge sections where people get lost. We have a lot of individuality. You'd notice a lot of masqueraders have individual costumes. Spice actually customizes your costume for you if you want to come in and you say, Spice, I want to add this, I want to add that. Because the band is so small, we can do that for our masqueraders.
That's wonderful. And you know, some of your masqueraders have clearly used word of mouth. They have taken their experience to their friends, and that's been very, it's worked in your favor. But do you employ other techniques in terms of recruiting and attracting new members to the band?
Originally, we hadn't thought of it because we really wanted to see a small band. We do, you know, our launch, we do some advertising, we have our website, and a social media presence. But other than that, no. And our masqueraders actually have sold Spice for us for the last 4 years.
That's clear. That's clear. As you know, I was saying before, there is nothing like word of mouth.
That's correct.
And if that word of mouth is coming from someone you trust and whose opinion you respect, you're probably going to sign on.
I mean, Carnival and playing mass is something that only experience can recommend. We can tell people any you know, amount of time, you're going to have a great time, but until somebody says to you, I went to Spice, I had a blast, I felt safe, I had fun, then that's going to really, you know, count for a lot.
We have a great section on stage here. I love those headpieces. I love the mixture of colors there.
That is called Shriek. It's that section actually has something like 8 different colors on it. Carnival is color, and Shriek is definitely representing Trinidad and Tobago Carnival.
You see the corset on some of the ladies. Some have opted for the traditional bra.
Actually, Spice Carnival Band is the first band in Trinidad and Tobago to offer a full decorated corset option.
Wow.
We have several different types of mariners. Some are very self-conscious but want to be in mass. We have different levels of coverage. We have people who are comfortable being in just the bra and the bells, and there are people who really want coverage. So as I said, we do customize. We offer so many options. There are